Hello, Alexa here from Kelowna now. I'm sitting down with Brody. We got rid of our dead weight, Brad.
I was going to say that. I was going to say we just had to cut some dead weight.
I actually stole that one from you.
Oh, dang.
It's exciting to just sit down with you one-on-one because we actually are in very similar roles. Operations manager, project managing, very similar things. We have hard jobs, so.
My job's not that hard.
Oh, well, there you go then.
I'm a bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
And then Brad is the good news. He's the good news fairy.
Well, then you know your role, so you're good with it. But let's talk about this new project management system that you guys are using and how it's helping you guys streamline projects maybe a bit and the benefits for your clients?
Yeah, so when I first came into the industry, we were already using a project management software. So I can't really compare what it would be like to, use an Excel spreadsheet or pen and paper. I'm not really sure how other people do it, but we've made a switch from one software to another since the new year, really. We picked a new one and I've been developing it and setting it all up, and we've just started running our first couple jobs through it. It's called JobTread.
Okay.
And so it's a portal that we give our clients access to that tracks all the details of their projects. So specifications are in there, all their schedules are in there, their plans are in there. So as a client, no matter where you are, you always have access to your job. This new program that we use, JobTread, integrates with our photography software. So I get live feed of when the guys take photos on site. So if they're sending me photos of deficiencies and I want to send it to a trade partner, I don't have to take a screenshot from my phone or email myself a photo from my phone, load it into my email, load it into an app. They take a photo in it's called Company Cam. It's a photo app. It automatically loads into the JobTread job. I can then share that photo with a trade partner, show them the deficiencies. And it really helps streamline a lot of the day-to-day operations, even just some of our remote jobs. When we can't get out there every day to check on progress, we have our guys take, anywhere from 20 to 50 photos a day, showing where they were at the start of the day, showing where they are at the end of the day. We've caught errors just in watching their photos in real time. Wow. You get a notification on our end when a photo is uploaded. We look at it, we notice oh, you guys missed this before you go too far. So, we really lean on technology a lot, and JobTread allows us to integrate a lot of other apps into the program so that everything's kind of in one place.
That is so cool. But can we also talk about how this helps the client? So here I am, I can be kind of more a part of it and see live.
Yeah, so obviously you get access to it, but what does that access mean is a big thing. So because of the detail we put into our templates and our projects, you can go on there and you can see all the specific details of every single scope of work for your job. So right from, the building permit application to structural engineering, it's all in there, but there's a write-up of each one. Okay, I'm getting structural engineering. What am I getting with that structural engineering? What am I getting with my geotechnical engineering? What is the purpose of an energy code advisor? It's not just a single line that says you have an energy code advisor. It tells you, pre-construction compliance. It tells you a mid-construction blower door test, why we do that blower door test, and then the final, obviously. And then all the specifics for, just to use an energy code advisor as an example, when we plan a home, they'll give us specifics to hit a certain energy code, the step code. we put those details in their specifics, then our trade partners can see those specifics as well. So for the installation companies, they know exactly what they need to do for the installation to hit that code. For our window installer or our window suppliers, they know the ratings that the windows have to have. Sometimes there's different ratings on different parts of the home, so it makes it all transparent and allows us to kind of keep track of some of those details where it's not in an email chain or on a piece of paper. It's all in the account and you can pull it up and share it. So even if they can't navigate the app as a trade partner, we can quickly pull the file and share it with them within the app. And yeah, it makes that side of it really quite nice.
So a few questions pop into my mind when hearing about this. Do you find that clients then sometimes maybe are more micromanaging because they're so in it or all able to see all of it, or like?
You know what, I again, because I don't have experience what it would be like without it, I can't really say if I find they do it more or do it less. I do find that they have access to everything and they ask questions about, you can tell which clients really dive into the app and which ones just kind of know it's there and send a message here and there. But you know, it's your home and or it's their home and it's their project as well. And if they want to micromanage it here and there, I mean, they're more than willing to. That is what they're paying for. If they want to know, hey, I read this, why is that included? Why isn't this included? Because I mean, I make mistakes too. And sometimes they're so detailed, it's almost a detriment, because if I'm going through and I'm updating for a new scope of work, it's based off a template. So if I don't read a certain line and don't change the detail of it, that could mean, you know, I forgot to include something, or I included something that I didn't get priced out. And that can lead to, you know, somebody, either we're paying for it or the clients are paying for something they didn't want. The one nice thing is it's the same document goes to the clients when they approve the pricing. That same document goes to our trade partners when we do our bid requests. That same document goes to our trade partners when we issue our purchase orders for the scope of work. So everybody is looking at the same document. So yeah, so it allows us to, you know, even if a detail's missed or a detail's included that shouldn't be, everybody is seeing that same detail. So as soon as I change it, everybody sees that change. It's not like a homeowner tells me to remove something, I have to remember to tell everybody.
Yeah.
I still do have to remember to tell everyone, but it's changed in the program. So anyone who goes back and looks at it, they see the updated details.
That's really cool, because it's like taking that middleman out. Like, yeah, you still have to tell people, but you have it, everyone's seeing the same thing.
Yeah, it makes, in my mind, like I said, like, I don't understand how you would have done this with an email thread.
No.
And that's a big one, is the communication that goes through the project. I often use an example where we were talking with a client about new windows, and the windows then turned into, it was for a renovation. So, okay, if you're getting new windows, are we doing the same trim style on the interior? And then the trim style turned into trim style paint colors. And then that turned into interior wall paint colors. And are we painting the whole house? And then all of a sudden, there was a change on one of the windows in the original conversation from the window sizes that were currently existing. And I had to go back through and try to find where this conversation was about this window size change and how big it was. And I'm looking through emails that are going off on tangents about paint colors and feature walls and trim styles and baseboard style, baseboard colors, just to try to find, like, I know I talked to them about this window size change, like, where is it in this email thread?
I hate that.
And now in the project, we just start a conversation thread about the windows. If all of a sudden it changes to window trim, we have the power to start a new thread, copy their note to it, and start a new conversation about that window trim style, and then we can change it to a paint style. So it's not just one ongoing conversation. Windows are talking about windows, trim's talking about trim, paint's talking about paint. So it makes it really easy to pull those conversations up down the road, because from your design to when your interior finishes are going down can be 8-9 months difference.
Yeah.
So
is this app, like, let's say you wrapped up the project or the renovation or the custom home build, will that client have access to that history and data forever? Like, is this something that helps clients down the road where you're like, oh, we need to refresh the paint. What was the paint color we used? Like kind of like this data gift bag for them at the end of the day?
We also give it to them in a paper document so that they do have everything once they move in, but they do have access to that program. And if warranty issues come up, they can message us about it. We can see what trade partners worked on that project. We can continue to message them into the project. So yeah, it is a good source of information. Even things like replacing hot water tanks, filters, all the specifics for all their different mechanicals are in there. So even though we give them hard copies on site, if they were to lose one, it can be very quick to, what's my furnace model, what's my heat pump model. We can quickly go into the program, pull that information out, and get them the answers they need, whether or not it's a warranty claim or a deficiency or just some general information.
I think that's huge, because just even someone that recently bought a house, and obviously didn't buy a new house, but it is overwhelming not knowing who did this, like irrigation guy, like who's my irrigation guy, it's overwhelming, and upkeep, and I mean, to keep new houses and custom houses up to date, you do have to do those maintenance. And
even something as simple as 5 years down the road, we had something flood and our flooring got damaged. Like, what was the flooring exactly? You're going to get a different dye lot and a different batch, but maybe you can end up finding that same flooring so that you can install or reinstall something that matches, or a tile gets damaged, you don't have any extras, we can order some more tile. There's a lot of ways where having that information comes in handy, as opposed to oh, I'm just bringing this tile to a tile store and can you match this? It really comes in handy. There's a ton of reasons that I see the benefit to it in the organization. We find that it leads to a much smoother project. The schedule is all in there, so clients can see if there's a schedule change, if there's delays, everything you start the project, you get a baseline schedule, so when we're expected to finish, and then as the project goes, all the changes, things move up, things move back. It's all real time, so there's no wondering when am I hoping to move in. It's all it's all there for everybody to see.
Very cool. I feel like it's just communication. That's one of the most important things, and you see it in restaurants, and you're less angry when something comes to you've waited a long time for your dinner, but if you have communication that it's going to be delayed or your food's going to be delayed, you're usually calmer. So you're never
not if I'm hangry. If I'm hangry, I want my food.
But that is so cool. Do you think there's going to be, this is something do you think this app is just continue to improve and develop, and maybe new things you don't even know that are?
The new program we use, JobTread, it's pretty cutting edge. They do a lot of R&D and integration with new apps. They're constantly listening to their users and making changes that they feel will better the program. And there's more and more programs coming out. So we took about a year to kind of figure out which one we wanted to go through. And since we've made the change, it's been pretty smooth so far. like I said, we've just started our first couple projects in the new, but there's already a handful of reasons on my end that I can see how beneficial the change has been. And the program we were using before was also really good. It got bought out, and the only reason we left it was because they admitted, like, we've purchased this program, we already have our own program in place, so we're not going to do any more development into it. So basically the way it runs now is the way it'll always run, and if you want that to change, you'll have to buy our other program that we offer. So
you need one that's constantly changing,
and like there can be frustrating things about it too. I have noticed I log in and things change, things look differently, buttons are in different places. You've got to be adaptable, and you've got to be able to accept change, because at the end of the day, if I got to find where a new button is, like,
that's the new world we live in. And anything, you sign into Instagram and it's changed, so you just have to.
Did it change?
It just always is changing. More functions, more things you can do, which is really cool. But you're just like, oh, I just learned this.
That's why if you just don't learn it, it's way easier.
Just wait the next day. It's gonna be different. Okay, so if you are looking for an easy process, you want to be a part of your build, you want to see updated photos, you want to go check out Lux Homes. And
definitely.
If you also, though, like renovations, you guys use this.
We do large scale renovations. We do it for everything. So we do it right from our initial design phase, our preliminary build agreement. We operate in the program, and that's where we just are determining budgets and specifications, and we work 2 projects at the same time. So we're building your real construction budget in one, and one is just to communicate about all the different facets that are going to go into your job. So like pretty much whether it's just a bathroom, a kitchen, a full house remodel, or a new home, we put everything through the app, and everything's documented and organized. So
perfect. Well, thank you, Brody. Thank you for being transparent and sharing your ways. Like I said, I really highly recommend going and checking out Lux Homes if you're either looking for a custom build or renovations. And we'll see you on another episode of Lux and Living.